So most leaf that we have here, if you put it in European apparatus, it will not detect it because it was not created, it was not used to test that instrument and create it in the first sight. Science is not perfect. Share you saying. So now there are some poisons that you'll be exposed to that might have been used to you in Nigeria.
Apart from that,
there's no medicine that can cure it any part of the world.
Apart from that, Papa, let's go to another aspect of which is very cynical.
Right.
Do you know that if you drug Mohbad to sleep, you put him to sleep, right? And then you take his wrist and just a slight cut, right? And drain his blood, he's going to be sleeping and died. You know that?
Yes, but again, there's going to be those cuts.
No, tiny cut, like a syringe, just draining the blood, right?
Like you mean to cut his vein, to cut his vein?
Yeah, just go to the vein. That's it. There's no big laceration needed for that. So I'm just playing devil's whatever. There's so many ways to kill people, anyways. Have you read that book before? So many ways to kill.
There are always so many ways to kill, but again, the psychologists, the trained officers are trained to dictate all of those methods. I mean, it is in a sane society where they're experts, criminals can hardly get away with crime unless those criminals have levels. Mm-hmm. It's so difficult. For me, I won't lie to you, right? As a presiding officer on a case, I think there are more ways for me to catch any criminal than for that criminal to escape with it.
That's correct.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So unless a situation whereby there's going to be some usual downplaying of evidences and act like, oh, you didn't see it, or it's not materialistic enough, as a case like that. So, and then just throw it away. Like what they're doing in this case, everything they're kind of not paying attention.
I just pray that it might take a bit long.
Because there can be a big boy, a so-called big guy behind the scene trying to rough everybody, cause confusion. You know what I mean? Like maybe a politician or maybe a cult or all these drug cartels and these guys. Because I look at possibilities of Mohbad to probably belonging to a cult
yes, that cannot be ruled out. I agree with you. Because don't forget, a lot of these guys, because of their desperation, right? When you get initiated, you might not even know the extent of the damages of your initiation, right? There's some rules that, and if you want to pull out, then it becomes a problem. So that's another thing. Then maybe when he got initiated and then realized that, okay, I don't want to be part of it anymore, and then know that, okay, if you don't want to be part of it, that means you have to get out of life.
Okay, but again, even at that, even if Mohbad was a cult or a cultist, that doesn't give anybody the right of his life. So whoever that cultist is, there is only one government in a state. There is not two governments. Mm-hmm. So that government must go through what the law that governs all of us says. And why are they running now? Whoever cultist that was involved in Mohbad's death, why are you running?
But to me, Papa, just to analyze that, when it comes to cultist death, right? Most of the time, is putting a physical ailment on it, right? Gradual process, not this brutal death. Are you getting my point?
We don't know whether they are young cultists, old cultists. We don't know the kind of the people. Not everybody is that professional enough. I mean, especially depending on the environment, looking at the environment you're coming from, and also the person that they were going to execute. Okay, he's not. He doesn't have more family. Doesn't care about him. He doesn't have anybody. So they would have underestimated the process.
As he said, he was aware. He was aware that after his life, he was desperate to get out of Nigeria. That's another thing.
Well, anyway, you see, in his death, I think his wife is not innocent. Woman, which have been banned. She could have been the one. Everything happened in her face. Don't forget. All this we are speculating left and right, some of these things.
We open our mouth to this to break down.
Yeah, if Mohbad say he was scared of his life, he has already petitioned those people that was threatening him, and most cultures, I don't think they really go to somebody's house like that, especially that kind of Mohbad house, to go and educate.
I'm just saying.
I know what I'm saying, especially that kind of house. Where so
it's a matter of listen. Don't let us. For me, if I try to analyze it, right, when somebody has been planning secretly to get out of Nigeria, right, and they've been looking for a way to strike him down.
And that was why I brought out the issue of DNA. If Canada also do DNA before taking family in.
I said somebody was disputing that it's not a compulsory thing, but if your interviewing officer has reasons to request for it, it will be requested. Even in England too, not just anywhere. British embassy have the authority to ask you to go and do it. German embassy will do the same thing. Swiss embassy will do the same thing. If they have reason to ask for it, they will ask for it. That's what I was trying to explain. It's not like it's mandatory in the form.
Understand it.
Yeah.
But the issue of cultures, I don't think with this kind of thing, no. I don't think so.
Sorry?
I think we are just going different kind of angle to check what really might happen. But the cultist aspect, I think it's far from it a little bit.
Don't rule it out, bro.
I'm not ruling it out completely. I think it's far from it a little bit. I'm not 100% ruling it out.
The motive is different from who killed them, right?
Yeah.
So it's two things. It's two different things.
But with the number of boys living in this house, do you think they can penetrate inside the house and do that?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I say one of his songs is say, "She bad just she Malians ne."
Thank you.
Makona me, on threatening mommy me, on threatening daddy me. So again,
all this boils down to who we are, the number one suspect.
But do you understand that song, Matamba?
Yes, sir. It is what the number one suspect.
You understand Yoruba?
Yeah, I understand Yoruba.
So now, Mohbad was already having issues with the Malians, and his life was at threat.
Yes.
He was living under the Malian threat.
Yes.
Mohbad went to London to perform a show. He was beaten there. Okay. So who are these guys who are always after him? And now, could it be that the wife is part of the Malians?
That is what I'm saying. Number one suspect.
So if the wife is part of the Malians, the wife will always say, I deliver judgment to him myself, because I know that we have this is against he was trying to do what was against our Malian law.
Yeah, correct.
And remember what she said, that she knows who killed Mohbad.
I don't think women knows what she's saying.
Sometimes coaches will tell you, we want to take out this person, and somebody with the best friend can say, no, don't do it that way. I will do it my own way. Just let me do it so that it will not be so painful and there will not be traces.
I don't think she has the maturity to do that. But anyway, then again, she's still the number one suspect.
Have you seen the way women talk to Mohbad father?
This is when our son was caused. Is that what you're saying?
Do you see the way women stand against the NDLA?
Yeah, I love that video actually.
He doesn't have the maturity. Is that what you're saying again?
No. It's different angle of maturity. He was fighting for Mohbad, right?
If I've been doing a work for more than 10 years, and you want to tell me how to do the work, will you tell me because of my age I cannot do the work?
No, you're right. You can't judge
the kind of song Mohbad was singing shows that Mohbad was you know that there's a plan. Like you know, all those elements soldier.
That was an insult, right?
No, now that I mean, he was talking to the Malians again.
I know. I'm just saying it was an insult on them.
Yeah, exactly. Kí ló ń fò lókè? Ẹyẹ ló ń fò lókè. Kí ló ń rìn nílẹ̀? Àwọn èèyàn ló máa ń rìn nílẹ̀. Má tẹ̀ mí mọ́lẹ̀ o. Má tẹjú ilẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀. Kó má bàa dọ̀bálẹ̀. Was even challenging them.
Yes.
That's like a challenge. I mean, you don't do this.
And let's be realistic, he was ahead of them, though.
Yeah, he was.
Ahead of them, like how? Security-wise, he was not.
He was not security-wise, but music-wise.
Music-wise.
Okay, if it is music-wise, fine. But those songs are anybody who's Mohbad's enemy. Okay, when you hear this kind of song, you will feel like, I mean, there's like a challenge here, like a competition.
You feel like that, as if he's referring to you.
Exactly. If you are his enemy, you come for him, I swear.
Mohbad was not exposed. He was not exposed. Because if he was exposed, he would have gone out of that should I call it four corner? Because he was in a four corner. He couldn't pull himself out of that four corner.
He was with the wrong people giving him fake hope.
Exactly. That's what I mean by four corner.
So apart from that, rumor has it, this is me, don't quote me, that when he got initiated into the aspect of the Mayans, a lot of them do drugs. I'm sorry to say this, right? And maybe when he was approached that it's his turn that, okay, we're going abroad, you have to push. And then he bail out, he chicken out, based on his background. That I can do anything but not pushing the drug. That kind of a thing. Maybe. That's why he took to his heel. Because he is confident of himself that the music alone will take him somewhere, right?
Yeah, he is. But when you find yourself in that kind of mess, to pull out is not
And what's really strange, somebody was mentioning that Zlatan was there and telling Baba not to bury the guy. And then the aspect of Davido being generous is still questionable.
And that quick.
Yeah, Davido is always quick when it comes to generosity. But when you haven't even asked when are they going to bury him?
The same day.
Yeah, that's the question. There's a bit of uncertainty about that. I don't know why, And apparently they all belong to the same court. All of them, Davido, Zlatan, Mali, or whatever.
Yeah. Look, all those guys, I don't envy them.
Yeah.
The same way, questionable, but at the end of the day, it was. The lady that have blood, I still stand on my ground that if police is giving full assignment on this and giving free hand, all these officers don't need it.
I like what Paparazzo mentioned. That's the first time I heard Paparazzo trying to dissect the cultism aspect of it. Very fun.
When is it not the next
inquest? Why? And after that, another one is coming Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday. This week, Friday, one is taking place. Next week, another one. I hope so because they don't keep to their words.
Which one is the Wednesday? Is it for the DNA?
No. The same inquest.
Oh. What about the DNA? Are they done with that?
They are postponed that one to October. They're on break.
Okay.
That case to that, you see, the thing here, right, is this. The Baba Mohbad team are not ready to get justice for Mohbad. You have to know in the first place. Now, if the government is not ready and no one is giving the government tough time, the government will only give the kind of justice which they want that will not affect them, just to keep their name, like, keep a petition.
Is it God's time? God's time was it the one that asked a question that what if a judgment is passed on somebody and at the end of the day they replace that person with somebody else? To me,
that thing doesn't work like that. It's not. Just let me tell you something, right? I prefer the past judgment on somebody, and then the person got replaced. You know why? That person cannot be useful in Nigeria again for the rest of his life, and that person will never ever be identified. If that person get identified, there's gonna be a problem. Yeah, so right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's not even that one again. It's a very dangerous game. Imagine, like you now or anybody, like I'm being sentenced to death by hanging. All right, and everybody thought I've died, and now I escape. If anybody that see me can even kill me.
Of course. And look,
that is threat exactly. Like again, I will be running all my life. I will be running. I will be restless. What are we saying here? I will never come back again. At least that's the kind of justice. And the name of that person will be painted for life.
Plastic surgery. Plastic surgery.
A lot of money now. There's so many things involved.
They have money. They have money to cover it now.
Yeah, they can do it, but at least one part of the justice is that we have eliminated that person socially.
Exactly.
The person can't be. His name has taken that blemish that you are the one who killed this person.
Yeah.
And that will cause some reformations. That will make some people feel like, like a justice is justice enough. I'm telling you, it's fairness enough. Imagine that they bring down some big names in this case and they disappear in the society forever. We don't see them again.
I think you will rest.
Exactly.
Even if you go and sit down or do surgery somewhere, it's better let him go and hide somewhere.
Let him never show.
At least we would not have gotten the justice.
Exactly. And that way, in fact, for people to see how such person is being sentenced to death, every other person will learn and be careful. Imagine a very strong musician or politician is brought out as the killer of Mohbad right now, and the court says you are hereby sentenced to death by hanging. That's something big, eh?
If they like, they should not even kill him. But at
exactly,
least that has been pronounced.
Many people stop committing crime. That I don't want to go through this way. So this country is serious like this.
Like the case of this guy in Osun State, the one in the hotel that they killed. Are they doing? Somebody showed the video today that look at the big man. Even after pronouncing that judgment, he was not even touched. He was not he was not down. He said he believes that man. If either they will not even sign it because look at so many of them in the prison today in Lagos State, like Pastor King or what they call him. Up to now, he's still there. They have not even killed them. About 2 of them like that. They are sentenced to death, but they are still in the prison. Nobody signed their warrant to go and be executed. So he said the way the man was even looking as if he knows that nobody will kill him. He's just going to prison to go and remain there, or you just go and this one. But the judgment has been pronounced that you are guilty of it. So If they like, they should kill him. If they like, they don't kill him, but he will not be found in society again.
The best thing is just to eliminate the person, so other ones will learn a lesson.
No, you might not know. You might not know if he's eliminated. You might not know.
That of a king, he used to appear in television once. I believe maybe 2 years ago, they came to, I don't know where they are coming from, Sha. So anybody they eliminate, or anybody that they have not eliminated, you might know.
Can you guys hear me?
But can he walk on the street? Can he walk on the street?
In the whole world, we know, everybody we know. They can't do it. There are process to it. We know that this person has been executed.
Yeah.
It's a public thing. And you can also go and get a CTC of that, right? To know how it has gone. But once it's a political pardon, politicians may come pardon them now and send them out of the place.
Yeah. But the good thing about this impersonation aspect, with the way the communications is now in the world nowadays, it's difficult to get away with that kind of thing. Delegiwa was possible because there wasn't any strong informatic technology to cover all those areas. So for what the guy was asking about, whether there's possibility that there could be a swap, I don't think it's possible nowadays because everybody's armed with phone, right? With digital phone, right? So just taking a snap of picture and putting it online is enough to cause trouble. So the person will always be on his heels, basically. No social contact, nothing. It's like, it's good as dead.
Like somebody that is in house arrest now for almost 1 year. Some people are already in house arrest now for this same Mohbad case.
Even Naramari Samlari, they can't do things they could have been doing freely right now, going to shows, making money, And even Wumi too, she's held down. All these things you guys see Wumi doing.
That's the number one person I'm talking about.
Yeah. All these things you see Wumi doing short videos, acting like, oh, she has moved on. Don't mind her. This is what they told her to be doing.
Area, within the compound.
That's what they told her to be acting like, oh, she has moved on, just so that some people will take eyes off her. That even the lady you're talking about, she's already living her life, she's moved on. Never, don't mind her. It's all strategies. The strategies. She knows that if she moves anyhow right now, she knows how sensitive this case is to people. It's not advisable for her. It is not.
Even she cried out now. She cried out that even the arm cannot even go to school because of all these things.
Let her do DNA. Nonsense.
Women do DNA.
But
you know that the worst is that how you know that lady is a crook.
Do you know one thing? Honestly speaking,
it's a very crazy thing, man.
Honestly speaking, you know what's baffling me? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm asking you guys. When you look at the boy, and you look at Mohbad, I'm talking about Liam. You can see there's some kind of resemblance in them. So that brought the question: why is she running away from DNA?
Can I ask you a question?
People looking at you, the baby look like you. The baby can look like anybody.
Do you think that guy will carry Mohbad blood, and you think that lady will not announce it?
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's getting too long on this DNA issue, honestly.
If it's Mohbad blood, that lady would have announced that thing for long. Yeah, because it's the what they call it, the temperature would have even gone down if she announced that Liam is Mohbad's son.
That's what she's saying all the time, right? She hasn't back down.
No. If she have a proof that yes, DNA has been done and I'm ready, go take me to anywhere, you get the same DNA. The boy is from Mohbad. All the pressure too will have even gone down.
I'm telling you.
And you know what's really funny to me? When Baba Mohbad says we don't have a bow leg in our family.
That's not.
That's when I looked at Mohbad. And I looked at Mohbad. I think this man is out of his head.
What do
You
you
know when you
mean?
look at Mohbad, you can tell Mohbad was bow-legged.
But for you
How do you
to know,
know?
for you to differentiate between Agbareje full of blood and him saying that kind of thing that Ketan family one, you should look at him, weigh him to know if actually it
Who
is.
said Mohbad has bow leg? I don't understand. Is Mohbad a bow leg?
No, Papa Mohbad is saying that they don't have bow leg in their family. Why little Liam has a bow leg?
Yeah, no, but this man is saying Mohbad has bow leg.
No,
I don't know why you. I don't know how you classified or clarify a bow-legged person. Yeah.
How do you do that? Tell us.
Okay.
So you think Mohbad? First of all, you think Mohbad have bow leg?
For me, the kind of bow leg he has is not peculiar. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, tell us the kind of bow leg Mohbad have gone.
Mohbad has a long leg, right? Quite long leg. And when he walks, I've seen so many video clips of him on the stage. And you cannot compare, for example, you can't compare his leg to when, like, people like Adekunle Gold, for example, they're almost the same stature, walking on the stage. The way he walks, even though he sags a lot, he put his, because, sagging anyway, right? And I looked at that thing, I said, okay, this guy's leg is not straight. And mostly when he wears those skin tight trousers, I will use that word, right? And I was looking at different clips. I said, this guy's leg is not straight, so he must have been bow-legged a little bit when he was young. This is my own thinking, right? And I looked at the young Liam. When the baby is growing up, their leg can form different shape, right?
That is what I want to say.
So that is why you cannot you just.
For Liam now, you might not know if Liam had a bow leg because you see the baby.
But he definitely has a long leg, though.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying about a father saying a baby has a bow leg, and that same father saying it's a full of blood. Can you just like balance the kind of brain the man have? No, if I'm not abusing him, but I just want you to know the kind of thinking, Do you think he really saw a pool of blood? Or you saw it to be thin blood?
I don't know. No, Papa has brought us through this.
This is physiotherapy, okay?
Yeah.
Physiotherapy for bow leg. Now, we have bow leg and knock knee. These are the two situations.
Knocked knee, thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Knocked knees.
Yeah, let me just read it so you guide us so we can be guided, okay? And Carlin. So we have bow leg, we have knock knee, and then we have normal leg, okay? So now the condition is the same. Children with bow legs stand with their knees not touching each other when their ankles are together. Children with knock knees stand with their ankles not touching when their knees are together. So now there are two ways to identify someone having bow leg. Now either take your two ankles, oh my God, where's the nurse come from? Now, when your two ankles touch each other while standing, okay, your nail cannot touch each other. That shows that you have bow leg. Now, when your knees touch each other, and yet your ankle cannot touch each other, you still have bow leg. But when your ankle touch each other, your knee touch each other, you have straight leg.
And the knuckle knees?
Wait, let me check myself now.
This guy is so funny.
I think I have straight leg. I'm straight. No, some of you stand up right now. Try to make your knees and your ankle touch itself and your nails together. So once they all touch themselves, your ankles can touch itself, the knees can touch itself. The two, bring it close as possible. If there is no gap, then you don't have full leg. If there is gap, now you see what you get on. So people might have a little bit, not much.
Okay. Oh, can you believe that as time goes on, Liam might not have a bow leg if he starts growing up?
A little baby, but again, if it's walking, as long as it start walking, they're supposed to be able to know.
But what I observe is he has a long leg, right? I know that for the fact.
Woman knows that baby doesn't belong to Mohbad. That's just, Woman would have done DNA. Don't tell me Woman would have done secret DNA. For her to be taking all this insult and trolling and stuff like that, I don't think she has a good advisor for not to have done DNA all this while. Even with having a criminal case on her head like this. No. There's something wrong about that baby. I'm telling you. There's something wrong. There's no excuse. No excuse.
All I know is whatever we're saying, this is what actually got into me at one point. People trying to cause the little boy. There's no need. It's very, very unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary.
It's not advisable at all.
They are going to manipulate the result. That's just it. They are waiting for everything to calm down, then they manipulate it. The man will just agree with them. Simple. This one, the more they are keeping it, the more they are going to create a story and make it true very soon. We all know how this thing works. As a mother, she would have come out with boldness. After the negotiation has been sorted, now she will not come out with the boldness. We know
I
what
think this is why I said follow the money, right?
Let's come back to this.
The issue of money is an underlying factor to me for her not going live with DNA. Because when you look at what Mohbad has now, I'm not talking about what he has before he's dead. After he's dead, he's probably one of the richest artists in Nigeria at the moment. We're talking about billions, right? So that is a lot to lose. And when the DNA comes back negative, that means she has nothing.
Yes.
So, and Baba is playing on that aspect as well, that once Wunmi declared as nothing, then everything belongs to him. That's why I said, let's follow the money. Smell everybody's bank account. And then look at the source of wealth. How are they managing?
Done well. The things are done well. Baba will not be allowed to give the children in Yoruba land.
Yes.
Yes, it did. And
yes.
Baba can't inherit from that time. It's an abomination.
Yes, I agree with you.
The children will take care of their parents. That's how it's done. Yes. Baba,
but on the other hand,
Adura and Blessing will sue Baba Mohbad. They will sue him if he insists.
Exactly. And on the other hand, if Baba has played his card well, this public uprising will have died down.
The man is the one that's not man enough. You see, the fact that the man cannot even bring Adura Blessing inside, even the mother, the wife, the man could have found a way to see that either Adura, the wife, or Blessing, any of this were with him. Okay, that would have even paved the way. But having Adura, Wunmi, having Adura Blessing together with Wunmi, I mean, it's almost not for him. The man will send him to jail.
But listen, I don't know how far it's true.
Right? I'm going to send it to you, Papa. Don't know.
At one point, the man approaches his wife, his ex-wife, Mohbad's mom, that why don't you come? Let us squeeze this girl out of this issue. Let's come together and squeeze the hell out of Wunmi. And the mom refused.
No. That was Wunmi blunder. Wunmi was the one that said that when one boy was interviewing him, he said that Mohbad father went to Wunmi, said, let us squeeze the hell out of this cow from there. But the woman refused. Anyway, the lady has been saying so many things that are not right. I mean, what do you mean by half Fungbe? Okay, now the woman should be allowed to express herself. It's not about Fungbe. They cannot say things that are not there. They cannot. I mean, that's a fact. Mohbad mother can't say what she didn't see, what she's not there. The man wanted to get the fact, what happened. The man knows that something is fishy. I want them to join hands together, and then find out what killed Mohbad. But women is resisting that.
Okay, that's what you mean. Okay. And then this question. Sorry, you know, there was a time Naramali brought out this video. You know, and that's very cynical of him, though. Where Baba Mohbad was kneeling, Mama Mohbad was kneeling down, and Baba Mohbad was behind. He made a mistake behind that thing. The video.
Good evening, my sister, brother.
When he was telling a story about Mohbad, this and that, and this actually, I connected the dots that when Mohbad passed on, the first interview with Baba Mohbad, he said the Maliam just trying to show him the power of maturity. And I think for me, that statement is not on a million years. He shouldn't have said that. You know, this was I'm talking about the earlier stage. You shouldn't have said that. You cannot be supporting or glorifying people that you know that they bully your son. If they want to come and kill me, you can't be supporting them. You can't play it down. That's not on. And that goes to the fact.
At that time, he didn't have no supporter. So he was a little bit afraid.
Why would you be afraid? Darling, why would you be afraid?
At that time, he never had how he had a lot of support.
Listen,
people fighting.
I'm sorry about this.
Can you guys hear me?
I'm a father, right? Listen, I don't want to tell you the story. I've said it once again. I don't want to talk about it anymore. There was a time I was wearing the same trouser with Canadian government. So don't tell me all these things that because you didn't have any supporter. You know, it's your son. You don't care. They come and kill you. I don't care about my life anymore. You have to voice out instantly. Subconscious mind is you don't even care anymore. For crying out loud, this is your son, your own blood. And the son that's even doing well for you take him off like that. No way. I will point that crazy figure to anybody.
Remember Papa Reno said earlier, at that time, that man, he didn't even know the importance of his own son.
Sorry?
He never knew the importance of Mohbad.
He never knew he was what?
He never knew that his son was so famous and very rich. He
knew. Oh, come on. Sorry.
I'm telling you.
No.
Now he know who his
son
is.
No. Sorry. I completely disagree with that.
Even if he never knew that his son was rich, doesn't mean
he knew. Listen, they were close. No, that's what I'm from polygamous house, right? That's what we use settling, right? My dad, blessed memory, played it well. He was so clever. Are you getting my point? He tried to settle each way in his own way. He said he was a Maradona guy, was a clever guy. Put you to school, whatever. And he always said that the reason I hold you guys in school, don't look at my wealth, that kind of thing. But what I'm trying to say to you is the fact that Mohbad and his dad were close to some extent. Mohbad normally settled him. He actually paid him 200,000 every month, upkeeping money. So to know, and he knows where the son lives, and you can't be living where he lives. Sis, are you listening to me? Whether you're renting or you mortgage that house, if you live in that place, you are kind of high upper middle class in Nigeria. I'm sorry. So he knows the extent of his son's wealth, at least up to a level. For somebody living in a slum and coming back to live in a big house in Lekki, he knows that the guy is rich. So that's not the question.
So one thing I can say too, maybe he was jealous of his son. Who knows?
Yeah, now you're talking.
Maybe
To
he
the
was
extent
jealous
that
of his son.
to the extent that the mom, I mean, from what I heard, I don't want to go too much on it. The mom always begged the son, forget about me first. Please settle your me first. Please settle your dad first. He was even fighting his mom. Why do you always? And Mohbad has a good intention. He wants both mom and dad to come back together. He lost both of them.
I know he was a good kid, man.
Yeah, he lost both of
So
them.
sad.
He was settling the mom on the side, but at the same time trying to please the dad on the side.
Yeah.
Because he knew the dad was quite jealous. Yes, he knew that. That's why he
That
brought
was
his
so
dad
sad.
closer. And the younger brother was living with him because the younger brother bailed out, like the way he bailed out. But the younger brother, Mohbad, provided a platter of gold for his younger brother. When the younger brother bailed out, he came to Mohbad, and Mohbad took him in. He loves the fact that he has his brother with him. The only person the Mohbad didn't like, I'll tell you the truth, from what I've read so far, the only person the Mohbad didn't like, I've watched so many of his interviews, is his stepmom. That's the more reason why he wants the dad to leave the stepmom and start living with the mom.
Yeah. He even make a son. Stepmom don't care.
Yeah.
Right. So sad. It's so sad that both parents just sitting there, not even fighting for him.
This is why I said that's what poverty brings. It's so sad. Yes, I agree with that.
Oh my God! Nobody can hear me. Nobody can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Oh my goodness.
What is this? What is this? Oh, mute and unmute. Yeah. How about now? Yeah. Oh, now it's clear. Oh, yeah. Okay, you guys can request back. I've been kind of doing so many tricks. I dropped you guys, you can request back. You can request back. Cool, if you're there. 07 if you're there. I was saying, when you talked about this man, what is Naira Marley, okay? And I was saying, yes, I've been talking since. I was saying, if I was Mohbad's father, I could have sued Naira Marley and Sam Larry. I swear.
Thank you.
That's why this man he's not ready for anything. He shouldn't be happy with any of them. Look at how they depicted him on that video. I mean, in a helpless kind of
Christ. Yeah.
And then later I was saying that you suspect Naira Marley. Did I say Naira Marley doesn't suspect? All of us should even include them.
He said, I repeat his own word, honey. That's rubbish.
They show seniority. Someone beating your son. They show seniority. I mean, that man is foolish sometimes.
That's poverty. That's poverty for you, because
don't tell me that.
Normally was giving him money.
There are more people who are not. This man even have a car. Okay, he has a church. He's a pastor. There are more people who are not even in his category, but more intelligent more than him. There are more people who are educated but are poor. So should they not behave anyhow? No, now. When he does what is not right, let us call it. Let us say this is not correct. If it's part of them, fine. And again, when people are saying that Mohbad loved this man, I don't think so. I don't think Mohbad loved this man. They might love each other when Mohbad was small.
No, it's settling. That's what I said to you, Papa.
Yeah, when Mohbad left his house.
Papa,
wait, please. I'm analyzing. Unless you want to do that. When Mohbad left his house, Mohbad left in the age of 17 years, was living with his friend in the same neighborhood. Can your own children leave your home and be living with someone else, eating there, and you don't know their whereabouts? And when they become famous, okay, now Mohbad will be thinking about all those times that he was outside struggling, and the father might not have supported the kind of hustle that he wanted to hustle. All right, we understand how pastors behave. What their children want to go do. Imagine that you are a lady, you were trained by a good woman, a good man, to become a good person, okay, and then suddenly your parents find you doing pornography, okay, and they don't like that. Just please wait now. You're interjecting. Make me lose my line of thought.
No, I'm listening to you.
And they don't like that. Your parents don't like that. You a pornographer, a pornographer or whatever as a woman. Then now you went on living with your friends who accommodate you. Why you're a porn star. So now, when you became more famous as a famous porn star, that thing that your parents didn't like, now they came to like it. You see that child may begin to misbehave towards such parents. And I see Mohbad misbehaving towards his father. How? For Mohbad to approach his mother, who was not in his life for 15 years, and was conditioning the father that if you don't take back my mom, I won't give you money, I won't give you shit.
Yeah.
In fact, has to tell the man, go sleep with her. And they even met at a point. They met at a point because they didn't sleep. Okay, it's like the woman tell the man, tell Mohbad that he didn't knock me. We just met in one room, whatever. And then Mohbad, until they knock, that was when Mohbad was giving money to the man. That's
I know.
What the man wants. So what kind of love is that? Nonsense.
No, like I said, we call it settling, in court, right? Mohbad knows what he wants. First thing, Mohbad wasn't happy with his stepmom, right? Because of what happened. That's the reason why he left the house.
Stepmom is not in the family.
I know. I'm just saying. Listen. The reason why. Listen. The Baba said it himself. There was a time Imam Mohbad was coming from a work, right? From the carpentry work, and there wasn't any food in the house when they got back to the house, and there was just little stew, whatever. And he asked Mohbad, "No, you just go and eat that. Don't worry." And he was eating it, and the stepmom came in and got angry. She was vexed and pulled the plate and everything away from Mohbad. Mohbad never forget that. That's why we all need to be careful when you have children, right? Mohbad has that registered in his head that this woman wasn't nice, and that was the beginning of Mohbad's journey to leave the house. He knew fully well that he wasn't wanted in that house, but Mohbad that time still loves his dad because his dad paid for his school fees. It's a good dad. It's a good dad, right? So, but
this man has been exchanging woman. Mohbad has had different stepmother. There was one that the father said choose one between Mohbad and me. And
let me bust your bubble.
Father let the woman go.
Let me bust your bubble. I don't know how far this is true. Is Mohbad hanging out with Prime Boy's mom?
Yeah, Mohbad was living there, not hanging out.
No, I'm talking about Mohbad's dad hanging out with Prime Boy's mom.
No, that's not correct. That's not correct.
Okay.
No, that was just made up of Mohbad mother.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not correct.
Okay. So, for me, I like the fact what you said today, that the handling and the thinking of the dad wants to exonerate the Malian.
The response of the man to the son's death, okay, show you that Mohbad and the father is not included. They don't love each other. That's not how you treat someone you love.
It's far-fetched. Yeah,
Secondly,
far-fetched.
the man today has not sued Naramali and
even he said his money that killed his son.
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, you have to share the conversation so that we don't talk over each other.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I said on the side of Baba Mohbad, he was humiliated. He himself was humiliated by Naira Marley when he went to Naira Marley's home. Him and the wife. Okay, if it's me coming around and seeing that video, I'm gonna question Naira Marley. What is all this nonsense for? What is all this nonsense for? After you guys were threatening us after everything, and then you have the gut to pull out this video. Who pulled out that video? That video where the man was standing airplanes in front of Naira Marley. Who put it out? Who the hell is Naira Marley? Who is he? And that is nonsense. You see? These are the things we're talking about, that we don't know whether this man is whatever at any point under anyone's threat, but this shouldn't be. This shouldn't be. Now, Mali will know the kind of life he said he lives in the UK at the time. And there was a time that Mali said that Nigeria should be happy that he is not a serial killer. Okay? So this is somebody that at least somehow the strong arm of the law, the long arm of the law is supposed to get to this guy.
Exactly.
Bad things, yeah, gone.
I'm glad that you're saying this. I've been saying this for a long time, all right? This guy, he wasn't actually born in Europe. He was born in Nigeria, right? And migrated to Ireland and then come to UK in Peckham. And to me, it's just a bomb. And he was a criminal, right? And moving to Nigeria, he was able to establish his criminal. He was able to practice his criminal intent. Are you getting my point? That's why a lot of people don't know the genesis of Naira Marley. That's his act. That's his trait. He will never stop until somebody stop him. He loves bullying. He loves to, and he pretends. He's a very clever pretender. All this show coming up that he doesn't know anything. He was saying this. Oh, I don't know. You know, he's off his sense. He doesn't know what he was doing. That's bullocking. That's Mali at his best, dishing out to convince people, and yet he wants to protect himself. That's why I said when Mohbad was living there, yes, Mohbad was looking for green pastures. He wants somebody, you know, he's desperate to make a living. You can't blame him for that. But what he encountered there, he knew fully well that I couldn't handle this, because even with all this background, he knew that this is not the place for me. That's why he wanted out. First, they got jealous of him. They weren't singing his song. And all the songs that he wrote up till now, the bloody Naira Marley is releasing his Mohbad songs. When you listen to La Pio Pio or that sort of thing, this is, you know, I know a little bit about these things, right? Naira Marley is a bastard. I'm sorry to say that. It's a fucking bastard. That's all I can say. He finished the guy before his death. And I keep saying that to you guys. He killed the guy before the guy died. And that's him. You should pray. You should pray for this guy to get away. What's his name? The poor guy with him. That skinny guy, Noleski or whatever.
Noleski.
Yeah. And I believe that if the justice for Mohbad comes true, positively as we expected, Noleski will have a say to get out of the place. But now the guy is handicapped. People don't like him anymore. So, for me, Naira Marley case is pending, but they should not let it slide. And do you know that some of this Mohbad's track, some of his track actually being shared between Mohbad's music and then Naira Marley music? That's why when you go to YouTube, if you want to play this song, you have to be aware that you're clicking the right thing. If you click Naira Marley, the money goes to Naira Marley. If you click Mohbad,
nobody have time to check those things.
Yeah, it's a shame, but these are the things that you guys should be aware of. Mostly the popular song, what's his name? Not this new album I'm talking about, it's the Peace, right? It was under Malian Records. Then he released it on his own record label as well. So these are the things. Naira Marley is.
Had it been this particular case right now, it's like maybe like next year was going to be an election. Okay, all this connection he has down to Azurok, that would have reduced. But the fact that this case is still early in Bola Ahmed's new regime, and this guy's got a connection. We know all of this. He has got a connection, so it becomes very. The situation is kind of.
All of them will meet their untimely death. Even if this guy Saeed, right, if he's involved, I hope not. If he's involved, as he said, he will meet his untimely death. I know the guy in London, right? They all do drugs. That's not an issue. So I know the network, even with the president and all that. But I'm just saying that shedding innocent blood is not the right way to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You don't kill people. Actually, it's not that Mohbad is running away with their money. Are you getting my point? He wasn't running away with their money. He wants to make his own money. He's capable of making his own money. Yes, he needed people like Mali to bring him up to stardom. But look at what Olamide is doing. Olamide doesn't owe you any jack. He will tell you if you want to go, you go. Right? But because of the bad upbringing, the bad brain that the Mali has in his head, tell you how many people with him.
Anyway, for me, I've said what I have to say. Well, about just to Mali, and then for that bad behavior. When it comes to what killed Mohbad, the first person to arrest is Wunmi. Wunmi should give us elaborative explanation on what happened to Mohbad that night.
If Wunmi can talk,
if Wunmi can talk, at home, I will be holding Mali responsible. But the fact that Wunmi was all through with Mohbad and she's the closest, Wunmi has substituted Naira Marley. So we hold Wunmi, Wunmi will hold Naira Marley. If Naira Marley was the one that came that night, Wunmi will tell us. Abinobi so.
Get now.
Yeah, now. Whoever they sent, just tell us that they sent somebody to come kill Mohbad. They will know the next person to hold. Don't just stay silent and be telling us.
Even if she's not involved and she knew exactly what happened, or she knows what happened, then the only thing is just seek asylum, and then from there you can.
Woman knows in her head she's not innocent, believe me. You know, when you are innocent of something and everyone is accusing you, you find a way to excuse yourself out of it. This case already, it's already in the hands of the public. The public knows what killed Mohbad today, whoever will go for the person, whether present or whatever. Everywhere will be full with people. Everywhere, roads, every square. That's the thing. They know very, very well. All these things, all these cultist guys are doing, they are doing it underground. They will go ahead, shoot people, and be thinking they're on top of the world. They can't come out. Let them come out physically and people identify them. This is what they're doing, drug dealer cartels. And see how they will get it with it. Cowards are cowards. They're not man enough. I don't like when people are running. Things that you know you can't stand. You can't stand to play.
I strongly believe that Mohbad knew that it's a matter of time before they got into him. That's why he wanted to leave Nigeria.
And we're meant to know that. You know, the person we should be holding is Wunmi, and believe me.
Exactly. This why
Wunmi is the number one suspect.
In any homicide, you have husband and wife or a partner. The first suspect is always the partner. So that's why I asked you that question. You said she has been questioned. Now, it goes back to the police, the due diligence. Are they doing the right thing? This is not true by the look of things. Or maybe they're hiding or they're still keeping their information at hand until they finish the investigation. I'm giving them that benefit of the doubt. That's why I always ask the question, how do you know that? They haven't done that. But you said something, they never visited the crime scene until after 2 weeks or so. That's too late.
I didn't say so, not me.
Yeah, if they haven't visited the crime scene for almost 2 weeks after the crime, then that's not good. But having said that, they can go there.
The crime scene had been visited before a week because Mohbad was exhumed on the 21st. That's about 7 days after his burial.
Mm-hmm.
He was buried on the 13th and exhumed on the 21st. That's
so are you saying the crime scene has been visited before his exhumation?
Sure, because we had the preliminary report. Okay, there was a police conference. Okay. Anyway, let me say it would have been like 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks, span of 2 weeks. Because before the exhumation, there was a police conference where we were told that there are 13 men investigating this particular whole cases. And about on the 20 October 2, okay, then there was a preliminary report of the police telling us they went to his house, took his phone, they got syringes, and so many other things. For them to find syringes, they could not see the blood.
Did Baba actually see the blood?
Okay, Baba don't have to. Baba was not in that when Mohbad died, but he came back, he saw the blood, and Wumi confirmed that there was a blood. All of them, it does confirm there was a blood, but they only said it was not as much as he said.
Yeah. But so they were saying that the blood was from the injury
that was there. Where is it? We want to see the clot of the blood.
Yeah, that's
what made them wash the clots, and they could not throw away all those syringes.
And even if you wash the blood, forensically you can still get it unless there's a special chemical to wash it with. If you don't do that, the traces are still there.
Exactly. Even in the floor of that house.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see. It's interesting to see how a case like this turned out to become, even with all this noise that we've been making, shouting, calling on the government. Do they even respect our voices when we call them? That's one thing about African government. When we call our own brothers in the government, they don't respond. But I wonder how you guys survive when you guys are in those white man countries. Like, how do you guys survive? When the local government, you guys survive. When the local government, you guys survive. If we can be here in our own country calling our government, they're not answering us, they don't care. In those abroad, do you guys also call out foreign government, and do they answer you guys? Do they answer you guys?
Sorry, Papa, you drop. Sorry, I had a call coming. You have to repeat your question.
I said, if we can be calling out on the government here in this country and they're not responding to us, how much of those of you are outside the country? When you call out government of this country, do they answer you? Or do you
yes. Apparently, funny enough, is yes. Double yes. The system, I'm not saying there's no corruption here. And I mentioned on the forum the last time, look at the case of Diana, Princess of Wales, right? Mm-hmm. We all know that it was kind of murder, right? But there's no proof up until now. Yeah? The establishment was against that. So it happens at the highest level. But to answer your question about the process concept, especially when it comes to, don't forget the main issue in the Western world is always about racism, right?
Oh yeah.
There's a glass ceiling. Even though you qualify, we have most of us who are qualified to do whatever you want. And then you reach a point in time you can't reach to that level that you are aspiring to go. Maybe you want to become a director, for example. And that's when your color plays part of it, right? You cannot reach that director level.
Our system has been far. It has been invested.
But the good thing is the transparency of the law is well pronounced over here. For example, sorry to say this, I have a friend of mine that his brother got shot in Chicago last week, 2 weeks ago. And the police was able to retrieve the dash cam, right? And they were able to see that the guy was completely innocent. It was just on the wrong day, wrong time. It's unprovoked attack. You can tell that the poor black guy is black on black. The poor black guy has already made up his mind that he's going to kill somebody that day, and there's no going back. Even the guy was trying to calm him down. Don't worry, blah blah. We get to where we're going. And before he got there, he shot the guy 6 times in the head. So what I'm saying to you is, I'll give UK or maybe American example. Even in Germany, I'm actually currently in Switzerland. You have a system to protect you wherever you go. Mostly, if you're legal and you have papers, and you are not on the wrong side of the law, then you are confident enough to face any challenges. I mean, any challenges whatsoever. If you know your onions, they respect you. They respect you with your intelligence, you can deliver. Yeah, it's like a slave. You can say it's more like a slave world, but those of us who are even opportune to have business of our own, they're still doing it. The other guy, I met a friend in Berlin, was last week. This guy has his own store and he's doing well, without a doubt, right? So, and what I'm trying to say to you is the Western world, that's what we're advocating for in Nigeria. Nigeria has a lot of talent, a lot of youth talent. We're hardworking people, honestly speaking, very hardworking guys. And if we can make Nigeria a better place, why coming abroad? We have the resources. It's just bad management, bad leadership. Bad leadership. That's what's happening in
There's a lot
Nigeria.
of competition within.
Sorry?
There's a lot of competition within.
What do you mean?
A lot of competition, a lot of business, people trying to overtake on each other, tribes.
Yeah, but that's good. It's good for the economy.
No. It's not, no. See, look at it. If they were doing it, okay, and not corrupting the system.
Thank you.
But the expense of them doing it, they destroy every other business and allow only them to survive. Can they sustain your country?
No. Let me give you an example. I was on a group. I was chatting about this Dangote outcry about this oil thing, right? And I laugh. Dangote cried out. You know why? Because he wasn't getting the best part of the deal. But don't forget, Dangote built his refinery in Nigeria, employing Nigerian people. I'm just putting back to the government.
Who build the refinery, Nigerians or foreigners?
Listen, yeah, I agree with you. With expatriate, with technical expatriate from India, I understand where you went. I know where you're coming from. But at the end of the day, right, he built that refinery in Nigeria, even you can say with Nigerian money, right? But the cynical part of it is your president, our president, made a quash deal with Ohanda, right? And put his cousin on the stool, supported on the backside by his son, trying to sell oil back to Nigeria in dollars. Who does that? That's the level of corruption. That's how badly Nigeria is corrupted. It came out and said, okay, yeah, now we're selling naira to naira, right? But the bottom line is you are the architect of this thing. And you're crying out, you're punishing people, you take the subsidy out.
How true is what you just said?
It's there. Paparano, go on the punch. It's there. There's no rocket science.
And there are so many manipulations, people, all these guys that want to secede from Nigeria, make up news and disturb their places.
Okay, let me give you a classical example. Just in a nutshell, you have a House of Assembly, the senators and all that, and you have this car, what's the car that's been assembled and manufactured in Nigeria, Innocent, for example, right? And you have this Toyota Lexus, Jeep, whatever, for 150 million naira. And Innocent is going for less than half, for 70 million. And these people who works in the government house, it's only for state work, it's only for government work. Why would you be buying 150 million naira car? Why would you be buying a new jet? Why would you be spending the cost of governance? And it's not the cost, they actually embezzle the money. And that's what's killing Nigeria. People see the position that if I'm in a position to embezzle money, even when you ask, I have friends that I fought with, right? That they're thinking the same thing. That, oh, if you have a position, if you get a contract in Nigeria now, why wouldn't you go? Are you getting my point? That doesn't help us. We have a lot of resources, we have money, but the bad management is what's killing us. Tinubu today he said, okay, he doesn't want the medical expatriates to go out of Nigeria anymore, right? The doctors. When you go to UK, right, you go to hospitals. By the time you look left and right, you find 5 Nigerian doctors working in the hospital, right? And he is saying that he wants to stop that aggressively. But the question is, where is he getting his own medical?
I want to answer a question. 007. Okay. Bola Ahmed administration is a little bit different from that of Buhari. Bola Ahmed has instituted a law whereby private individuals can buy and sell electricity. Are you aware of that?
I know. I'm very much aware of it.
This is something he wanted to do when he was governor of Lagos during the 2004. During that Obasanjo regime, during that time. Okay. Now, when you look at the way this country is run, right, everybody's just after their own personal interests. Right. This man was doing so many things to have been done that time. The power above him at the time, okay, subjected him and into whatsoever. He bear it for a very long time. Sometimes you don't want to be wicked. These people that we have in this country are people, they make you become wicked. Somebody that you will pick in your home today, you will help the person with good mind. When the person wants to pay you back, the person will pay you. Just wait, I'm coming, okay? So now, this man wanted to light up Lagos for a very, very long time when the energy, everything was there. We don't know. Tinubu has a different mindset. No one is completely a devil. Somewhere in their heart, they also have humans, okay? They have this human treatment in their heart somewhere because they have loved ones too, they have children, and they also have wives. Okay, but something now then make them to begin to do things somehow. Me, I like to investigate those things to see how we can deal with those things. If they tell me, wait, I'm coming, I want to land.
Okay.
Now, based on the electricity stuff, we can now buy and sell electricity. Up till now, why are our brothers not massively investing on that area of electricity? Why are we not still lighting up the whole country? Because why? Some individuals don't feel like they're going to make excess profit. They want the federal government to do everything. And that makes us lazy. Okay, that is just the truth thing. Federal government cannot do everything. And in fact, for me, I wish for the regional system to come back. If we want to really do those things, okay, through resources, if we want to be lazy, we feel like because we have resources, okay, let us eat by our resources. Then let the country go regional. If you go regional, then we'll understand the importance of the North. The North will understand the importance of the West.
I agree with you. Let me just quickly put you on the line on this. Recently, right, the Oyo State governor challenged the federal government because Tinubu came out saying there was 560 million or billion donated to each state, and that was disputed, right, from the north and from the south and from the east. Now, I'm not going to paint Tinubu image as bad as it gets, but the problem is he belongs to the same establishment. That's the problem. That's what's killing Nigeria.
There's hierarchy in the same establishment, don't forget.
Yeah, listen. he was desperate to become a president. He was so desperate.
Hierarchy in the same establishment, don't forget.
Yeah, I know. Listen, that's how he fought his way through. He was going to blow the trumpet, right? That's how he fought his way through, and they have to kind of step aside for him. At one point, he was desperate.
Should have waited more.
No, he's old. Come on.
I don't know how you're thinking. What do you mean by desperate? I mean, he's been around for long. Since
listen, what I'm saying is, I don't know what to say about this, right? Tinubu should have been the person that's a kingmaker as opposed to come in there himself.
You have to be there with the way Nigeria work.
No. Listen, okay, tell me.
Buhari was there. He was one of the champions.
No, I don't even believe in Buhari. Tinubu made Buhari happen, so you know that.
Okay, so that if he makes someone else happen, they'll be worse too. So
because they belong to the same caucus. That's what I'm saying to you.
Instead of making people be there, they're going to do worse.
No. For me,
it's not that
for me, the Nigerian constitution should include, right? A president age should be between 35. Listen to me. Listen to this.
What you don't even have in America, don't you see in Nigeria? Joe Biden and Tinubu is older.
Listen,
Joe Biden and Tinubu is older.
But listen, the civilizations let me put it. The civilization journey, I'll use that word, right? Look at the way Biden step aside. Eventually.
It's the party decision. It's not by him. It's the party decision.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he has to step aside because the guy is having dementia or Alzheimer's.
The party wanted him to go. What can he do? The party wanted him. I mean, this is intra-party thing.
That's part of democracy, right?
But Nigeria. Joe Biden contested. Why didn't Joe Biden step aside in his first year?
Because he proved himself that he's capable, right?
Prove himself capable of what had he done? Joe Biden, the senator, throughout all his career was a politician. What does
for me? I'm not a Democrat. If you want to know, I know people online here will hate me. I support Trump. Yeah, but I'm just giving it to you. In Nigeria,
let me tell you something. All this age thing we like to make in Africa, right? That we want young people in office. It's not about having young people in office. Mm-hmm. All these guys, then Buhari, then Obasanjo, they were all young when they took this country. And these young ones you want to bring too, they will always be in the system. In fact, they will use opportunity to make sure that the airport belongs to their friend, so that when they come out, these young ones are the real thieves. Because they have learned from the older ones.
I know. That's what I said to you about the ironic part of it. You are right. This is the problem because they're not thinking. They're thinking the same way their dad. They're wearing their dad's shoes. I agree with you on that. But what needs to be changed in Nigeria is the transparency and cost of governance.
Yeah, it's a discipline. There's no personally, when it comes to man, people are not personally disciplined.
No.
As I say, I said that we Africans, I know look is something, but me I always say this thing because this is the problem. We Africans, we don't live by rule of law. We live by our culture and by our religion. What they tell us what we do at home. For example, you can easily see we have a Child Right Act in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have a Child Right Act that every country have. Children abuse and all of those things. You can't beat the child should report you. How many children report their parents? How many people report their children? So people grow up lawlessly. They don't grow up knowing fully that they are in a state. They don't grow up knowing that there's a law of the state. They only grow up knowing that, they are Yoruba, they are Igbo, they are Christian, they are Muslim. That's how they grow. That's not how you run a state. People become lawlessness, and it's all over the places. They're not trained that way. So people don't even know what is tax. They don't know what tax is used for.
Papa, I don't know whether I don't think you actually faced that. When I was in boarding school, we had Idiabon at that time, right?
Officer, no nonsense.
You probably don't know that.
Well, I know him now, Officer, no nonsense.
Yeah, we call it war against indiscipline, right? It was one of the best times. I think when the guy wasn't removed, Nigeria would have been one of the best countries.
It was in Kwara State now, I think.
That was from Kwara State. Yes, he was from Kwara, but he went on a pilgrimage, and then he was. It's a bloodless coup. He was removed, carefully removed. Right, but that was the guy that was setting up a very good pedestal for Nigeria.
And the Nigerians are the one that will be against him. You see another thing? The same Nigerian men, all those guys, they're gonna kick him out. See what happened to Akintola in Lagos and Kosoko. You know about that story?
Yeah. They kicked him out, and he took his brain to his grave.
One of them, Akintola, had to go bring British, and that was how British captured Lagos. British would have captured Lagos easily. Akintola went to bring them, told them about what was going on home there. You know? Then they came to bomb Ikeja and kick out Kosoko, and that paved the way for the British to capture Lagos.
Yeah, but you're looking at the physical part of things, but Lagos has always been captured.
No. What I'm saying, the British captured Lagos 1864.
I know, but what I'm saying that Lagos has always been on the radar. Do you know? Okay, let's start from the beginning. The Landers brothers, right? This was after Mogul Park and all those journey, right?
Can you tell me let's go by year. I'm talking about 1864.
Yeah, listen. I don't have the date in my head, right? Before 1864, actually, the Mongol Park, right, came to the Delta area and discovered that, okay, and they found out that he died on the way. He couldn't make it. Then the Lander brothers took the two brothers. They took the ownership of the journey and then established and founded Lagos area. That time, when they were in Badagry, right, they already in touch with the North. Now, the cynical part of it, they have the caliphate system. That's why I was telling you today, they have the old Oyo Empire, right? Which is very similar in terms of their ruling system, right? The caliphate, they have hierarchy, the Oyo Empire have hierarchy. The caliphate, this is the whole Yoruba up to Benin area, right? And the caliphate, which is Nanda Nigerian, they were more comfortable with the caliphate rules because it's always this Megida, Rankadede, that kind of stuff. So they think that this will be the best thing for Nigeria. I'm just saying, I'll come back. Let me now tell you what the reason why I said Lagos has been captured.
Nigeria then now. What do you mean?
No. Lagos has been captured before that. The reason being, you
are mixing up everything.
No, I'm not mixing up.
What happened in 1954? What happened in 1900 and 1864?
No, then listen to me. They brought out the missionaries.
When was Nigeria amalgamated? 1914.
1914, that's the amalgamation of it.
When was amalgamated?
Yes.
How many regions?
1914, yes.
How many regions was amalgamated?
It was 4 regions, right, by Lord Lugard.
Which region?
You're talking about the northern, northeast, northwest, and south.
What do you mean? How many protectorates were amalgamated?
It was 4 regions, right?
No. We have the Northern Protectorate, Southern, and Lakes. It's not by region then. It was like...
Yeah, we call them protectorate, best region. Okay.
Because Lagos already have the status on its own. Was a colony already because it was under the British since 1864, even before.
This is what I was saying to you, that Lagos has always been... That's why I said...
By the British. Who conquered Lagos if not British again? It's the British that rule Lagos now.
That's why I said Lagos has always been captured.
That was 1864 was when it was captured, 1864. And it was the brothers' fight, Kosoko and Akintola, that led to the capture of Lagos. I forgot about Kosoko history.
Yeah. It might be still fresh on you, but I had a little bit of... one of my theses is actually to present...
Lagos has a lot of advancement even before British got to the eastern region around the 1902. After they conquered the Igbos in Aro and they stretched down to all of their, hinterland, all of those stuff. All that time, about 50 years down, Lagos was already under their rule. They were already managing Lagos. So and then the Yoruba said the Edo and all of those stuff were also going on. They were having the Benin. Lagos was already under them before they conquered Benin. You see? So then later they just find their way, use Hausa fighters, Yoruba fighters to fight the other stubborn people who refuse to, refuse to give up their territory. And so
that's exactly what I said. The Lagos has always been under them.
You are missing the date. I mean, under 1864 was when Lagos got under them, not as always been. That's not a perfect statement.
No, I'm using as always been. They are the first.
Yes, Lagos was the first that they got, and that's why Lagos was more advanced. That's why even until 1954, when they were talking about having to be Nigeria independent, were not ready. They said no, we are not ready for that now. If there's going to be,
do you know that they lied to us?
It must continue.
Do you know that was a lie?
Let's come back. I have got to go now. Thank you for the time. And everybody, I'm already stressed up, so I don't want to come back later. I need to take some rest. So see you guys later, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Gichotto.
Magari. Ciao ciao, magari.
pé Wùmí ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún òun ló ṣe jẹ́ wípé ó máa ń kó gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú tí Wùmí ń breed àwọn àgbàyà